Hey guys, it's your boy Nomad. Guys, I'm out here. Turn this down for you just a little bit. Guys, I'm out here about to clean a bunch of bluegill that I caught in Jackson, Kentucky at a lake called Panbowl Lake. Anyhow, I caught a bunch of bluegill, caught some shell crackers, some red ears, whatever you want to call them. And pretty good day really, but guys, I was getting ready to clean them and I thought no better time than to do a kind of a product comparison, if you will, on fillet knives. And guys, of course, we all have had these little 4-inch and 6-inch Rapalas. You guys in the comments section, what do you call them? Rapala or is it Rapala? I've heard them both. I've always said Rapala, but I think it's Rapala. But either way, guys, that's not what I'm comparing. We've all had these. We know that they're terrific knives, especially if you compare them to the number. Super flexible, the price, and they work really, really great. And they work really, really good on panfish. These bluegill, green sunfish, rock bass or red eyes, red ears, or shell crackers. But that's not what I want to review today, guys. I actually have a couple products here I want you guys show you. You guys are familiar with this already. This is the Bass Pro Shop XPS Extreme Performance Series, lithium ion, cordless job. You guys are super familiar with, guys. I take it on every adventure. All my catching cooks are done with this because, to be honest with you guys, it just works. But I want to do this one, and I'm going to do the BUBBA series. But let's talk about this one real quick first. First and foremost, guys, I got this at Christmas time, and you know, I'll be honest with you guys, I filleted probably, I'd estimate probably around 300 fish between crappie, bluegill, catfish. I think I've filleted any walleyes with it, some white bass with it, guys. All around a really, really good knife that I put to the test. Show you guys what I'm working with here. So I'm going to keep the sleeves on these. But this knife comes pretty much how you see it right now. Okay, with the charger. Okay, we'll leave the charger up. You guys have seen the charger cord before. Comes with this neoprene case. Guys, got a little back storage. One battery. Nice ergonomic handle. Says it is a like a 1 amp. I don't know. I'm not one of those scientists, engineer people. I don't know what all this stuff stands for, but I know it feels good in my hand. Okay, comes with the three different blades, guys, some meat carving blades, things like that. And then of course the good flexible fillet knife. I think that's a 9-inch, guys, and that's the one I always use. I've used I think I've used this one on some white bass just to see how it did. A little bit stiffer blade, guys. It worked really, really well. But this is the one that I use all the time, guys. Works fantastic. Like I said, I'm probably 300 or 250, 300 fish in, and these blades are just as sharp as the day I opened this package. But let's talk about pros and cons. First and foremost, let's get it out of the way, guys. Price point, okay? As I know a lot of people think this is like $9, $10, $12, something like that. It works great, okay? All you got to do is sharpen it every once in a while, and works fantastic. And honestly, I've got probably 2 of the 4-inch, 1 of the 6-inch. I've got a couple other fillet knives that work great, okay? And you never have to charge them. But let's talk about this one. All right, price point is around $70 right now. I think at Cabela's or Bass Pro Shops, obviously you can order them online. It's like $69.95, something like that. I'll put the price tag right here. Okay, that's where it was, right there. You guys saw it. All right, great price point in my opinion, guys. I'm not a guide. I don't fillet thousands upon thousands upon thousands of fish, but $70 in my opinion, that's reasonable. Saves me a ton of time, guys. I've got about 30 bluegill and red ears that I'm gonna go to work on here in a couple minutes. And if I did it with this, guys, it would take me probably about 3 times as long, and that's okay. But if I'm doing a bunch of them, or if I'm doing the dad thing, I got other things I need to do, like I have today, guys. Instead of it taking me, say, 45 minutes or an hour to clean all of these fish, guys, I can do them in about 15-20 minutes, and that's an extra half hour for my family, or extra half hour mowing the yard. Speaking of which, I have new neighbors. Okay, they seem fantastic, but one thing I don't like about them, guys, and you guys know what I'm talking about, they mow their grass all the time. So what does that mean? It means my yard always looks terrible. It looks terrible. They gotta quit mowing. I mean, who mows once a month? It's ridiculous. Okay, back to this. All right, guys, $70. So far, so good. Good quality. It's well built, feels good in the hand. One con that I will give it is it only comes with 1 battery, guys. And to be honest with you, to be fair, so far I've only needed 1 battery. Guys, at one time I was like, I'm gonna see exactly how long this thing's gonna last. And I charged it up, and I went on about 5 or 6 fishing trips. And over that time, I brought home several limits of crappie, and I mixed in some little channel cats here and there on some catch and cook videos. And all in all, guys, I got to about 80-85 fish, and I started getting nervous. You couldn't tell it wasn't running down, guys. It's lithium, so you use all the power, and then it just stops. It doesn't wind down, it doesn't get weak, it's good, and then it stops. There's no power indicator on this anywhere on it, so I just never knew where I was on the power. But again, I went through probably 80-85 fish, and it was still performing. It could have been half charged. It could have been down to 1 more fish and it was going to die. I don't know, but guys, that's pretty good. I'll be honest with you. I can go on pretty much any adventure. I can go on a week-long fishing trip. I can do a bunch of things, and I know for a fact that this is it's gonna keep going. Okay, it's gonna do really, really well for me. So I really can't complain about that, guys. You know, again, a little bit of a con. It only came with 1, but the 1 is pretty good. Comes with the 3 blades, as you can see. But let's fillet some bluegill, and you guys can see how it does. Guys, here it is. Been wanting to play with one of these for some time. So this is a BUBBA Pro Series lithium ion fillet knife. Cordless fillet, obviously. Lithium ion. Probably knew everything you need to know. All right. So let's see here. Electric fillet knife, 4-blade set. Yada yada yada. Teaches you how to fillet a walleye. Actually, it's pretty cool. Comes with a sweet sticker. Big fan of that. Put it on the cooler. What we got here? The ultimate lifestyle. Ooh! Look at that. I can become an official VIP member. And I got a little thank you note. Alright, cool. So, let me just... let's talk about what's in the box. Guys, charger. I've actually already opened this. so I could charge the batteries. I wanted it to be a fair comparison, so I went ahead and opened it up, charged the 2 lithium batteries, guys, and let's talk about it a little bit. They're right there. Okay, let's get one of these out. So these snap into place, so lock in. You gotta press a button on the side, just like you're removing the battery off there. We're gonna lock this up. Throw away the key real quick. So, alright, so that's safety on. So let's talk about it real quick. First of all, initial pros and cons, or differences between the two. Let's say that real quick. Alright, now this is the BUBBA Pro Series. Okay, well, it's BUBBA Pro Series brushless motor. Okay, that's pretty cool. I mean, first out of the box, this thing's huge. Okay, I'm not a small human being, but I got like normal human being size hands, and this feels big. Now maybe I'll be able to control it. Maybe I don't know, better or something. It doesn't feel bad in the hand, but it feels big. All right, talk a little bit about the fact that it has 2 batteries. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now I don't know how long these batteries will last. Who knows? I really don't. One thing I can tell you though that I do like is it's got a little battery indicator light on there. Like I said, the other one I got to 80, 85 fish, and I started worrying about, will it make it to 86 fish, or am I just halfway through the battery? I had no way of knowing. But a nice little battery indicator light, 4 bars, like it, full charge. So let's hook this baby up, see what happens. Damn. Okay, okay. I ain't mad at it. It's got that new car smell. Okay. Safety on. Put those in. Lock into place good. Nice little removal button there. I tell you, that's pretty easy. Let's grab that other one real quick. I didn't show you guys that. Okay. Safety. It's got a button on the back, so you press that. These pop out. Pretty easy. Locked into place. Okay. Let's listen. Okay. A little bit louder over here. I'd say the RPM is a little bit higher over here, I would guess. I'm not a scientist though. I do like the extra battery. I don't know if I like how big this thing is. I don't know if I'm going to end up holding it down here, up here. I don't know. Feels super flexible. Let's grab some fish, let's fillet some, let's get some real life experience. Alright guys, so let's talk about it. Alright guys, so as far as the one-on-one comparison, it's really hard to compare these two. One is designed for, I mean, this Pro Series I would say is probably targeted more for the guys that are going to fillet, I don't know, thousands of fish in a given year. I could be wrong about that, but the price point on it kind of disqualifies it from your normal everyday average Joe fisherman. The price point on it, I think last Christmas, whenever I was real fortunate enough to get this one, like I said, was $69.95, I believe, And this one at the time was on sale at $129. Since then, like gas prices, that price point has gone up considerably. You can occasionally find it on sale for about $150 to $160, but most of the time you're going to see it in the $200 to $220 range. And so 3 times what this one is. You get the 4 blades, you get the 2 batteries, okay? And the battery indicator, you know, batteries do have the battery indicator, so that is nice. It is a brushless motor. It is not a scaleless motor. There's one on it. Oh, there we go, we got it. All right, now it's a scaleless motor, theoretically. Yeah. Advantages, disadvantages, okay? This one seems to have a stronger motor, just by the way it feels. I think the RPM's higher. The sheer size of it, it is bulky, to say the least. Weight wise, they're very, very comparable. I'd say this one's slightly maybe a couple ounces heavier, but not a whole lot. It's a lot bigger, just, you know, not as compact. So which one's better? Well, take everything that I know about them both. Let's see, let me hold them both. I don't know. Maybe I can't definitively say which one's better. What I can say is I've filleted 300 or so fish with this and have absolutely 0 complaints. I would say that I fish more than the average Joe, but not as much as, say, a guide or somebody like that. This one serves my purposes perfectly. It's smaller, the case is smaller. Let me get the 2 cases. We'll show comparisons here. All right, there's the Bubba. Here's the XPS. Okay, so the XPS is substantially smaller. Does pretty much the same thing, right? The Bubba has the 4 blades, has the 2 batteries, and I'd say for a commercial fisherman or a guide or somebody like that, this is probably the one you go for. Now, let me say this: I'm not sponsored by Bubba Blades or Bass Pro, although, you know, call me. But I'm not. Nobody's asked me to do this comparison. Whenever I was looking at buying fillet knives, electric cordless fillet knives, I wanted to compare these two, and there was no videos on YouTube comparing the 2 of them. In fact, there's very few talking about this one at all. There's a bunch talking about this one, but very few talking about this one. So I couldn't decide which one I wanted to get myself. Fortunately, this was a gift. Thank you. And this one, I went ahead and purchased with some rewards points, and the price point that I found it for was $160, and it, like I said, it was on sale. It was like 20-something% off, 23% off or something. Even at that price point, is it $90 better than this one? No, it's not. It's got the extra blade, the 2 batteries. Power is similar. It's got a better name, maybe. As far as fillet knives go, Bubba is about as good as it gets. What should you buy? Well, if you're the average Joe and you fish on the weekends, maybe once a week, something like that, once every other week, and you go out and you bring home 5 channel cats or maybe a flathead, preferably 10 pounds or smaller. Yeah, you guys know who I'm talking about. This is the knife for you, okay, for sure. 100%, no doubt about it. This right here, if you're a commercial fisherman, this is for you. If you're a guide, this one is probably for you, and the only advantage I give it is I don't even count the extra blade as really a huge advantage. I thought this would be a great advantage for filleting these bluegill, slightly smaller, but I'll be honest with you, this one's a lot more aggressive, and it didn't do quite the job this one did. Now, part of that is I've never used it before, but commercial, guide, you fish a crap ton and you keep a crap ton of fish. This one's probably for you, okay? Maybe. If you're everybody else on the planet and you want a wireless one, $70. You can't go wrong. Guys, that's it. Hopefully you liked the review. I want to give a shout out real quick. I met a young man yesterday while I was out catching these gills, and name was Gavin. Gavin, I would guess is probably 10 or 12. Gavin, I'm sorry if you're 17. Gavin, I'm sorry. But with that being said, met him at the lake, at the boat ramp, had a nice little 15-20 minute conversation with him. Great young man. Caught him a really nice bass and really nice trout yesterday. So it was nice to meet you, Gavin. Hopefully I'll see you out there again. Other than that, guys, life is good. Nomad out.